And then you say your goal is to let the world, know how dope Chicago is.
Absolutely.
All right. So, what are some challenges have you faced by portraying the Chicago culture to the world?
You know what? I think our personal challenge, I think because a lot of times when people thought Chicago, they, nationally people would focus on the violence and negative stereotypes where we don't do any guns, we don't do any violence in our TV show. So we didn't portray that. So maybe when they went looking for that, they didn't look for urban grind TV where we focused more on original content and breaking indie artists and giving basically independent artists a platform alongside major artists. So you might get a Grammy winning artist or a multi-platinum artist, but you're also going to get that Chicago artist, independent artist. Maybe it's from St. Louis. Maybe we caught him down at South by Southwest in Texas, or maybe we were down in Memphis to cover something. So we move around the country. So we're there, and we're trying to, capture that talent, capture that vibe, because the independent scene, I mean, it's 99.9% of the industry is independent. They don't make it to MTV. They're not on BET. You're never going to see them on Billboard 100, right? Because that's how the game is set up. But what the other 99% is awesome. Like, these are dope artists. These are great brands and businesses. And for people to overlook that is ridiculous. So I tend to cater to the other 99%. I mean, it's not that we can't do the top one, and we certainly do, but I think it makes it all the better when you have a platform to put people on that playing level. Nobody's doing that. MTV don't come out to your release party. You're not going to get them to come out, and come out and film your stuff and do interviews and put you on, unless you're like a big celebrity. But there's a lot of great talent. So I just want us to be a platform. We need to be, what's the word, TV, urban grind TV, everybody out there doing their thing. We need to be a voice for those artists, for those brands, for those entities, because we're dope. We're raw. We are the industry. It's just a lot of people have spectator mode on. They look at it and they don't think, I can get to the Grammys or I can get to the BET Awards. Maybe you won't. But there's Chicago Music Awards. There's the SEM Awards in Memphis, Tennessee. There's all kinds of award shows in different venues and places that you can be recognized and appreciated. And that's what we're here to do, is want to let people know about those opportunities. And come rock with us. It's rewarding. That's the reward in itself. But it is difficult to work with artists, because sometimes the artists, and I'm sure you might have experienced this, where the artist is a great person, but they got maybe bad people around them or people that are not going to elevate them. So that's where the politics and the dynamics come into play. You know what I say? I say I'd rather work with the guy who's maybe not as known, but that is willing to work and grind, because, easy come, easy go. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. I've been here a long time. I've seen people come and go and burn out fast. So you want to build something that's consistent, that's steady, that's honest. If you're here for the quick dollar or shady moves, you don't last. You won't be here, especially in Chicago. They're gonna, you can't do that. So you gotta build your brand and your name. And I think the artists that have done that, so who's gonna do media for you. Right? You know who's gonna be receptive to you when you approach them, and then you know who's not. I still don't take no. If I really want it, I'm gonna pursue that opportunity, because we got it. This is urban grind. You got to go out and get it. Nobody's gonna give it to us. So if you really want it, and maybe you feel you need that for the piece, even if you don't like it, yeah, you do it. Do you love everybody you work with all the time? Probably not. Right? But there's different opportunities. And even me personally, there's stuff that I'm not always a fan of personally, but I appreciate the art and I appreciate the music. And just because I personally don't like it, that don't mean nothing. I'm one person. There's so many other people I feel if they can appreciate it and it's for a broad audience, then that's the guy I want to work with. So even if I say, you know what, I might not listen to this guy's music personally, but I dig him, I understand what he's doing for the culture and what he's, what he's going, and I want to support that. So it's a long answer, but it's a dynamic question, because you're talking about personalities and people. And you have so many.
Do you feel like Chicago hip hop is underrated?
Absolutely. I don't know if underrated. I feel like it's more underappreciated more than anything, because I think they'd rate us. We're dope. Like, we got some of the dopest MCs, producers, artists, music executives all come out of Chicago. For we're not underrated. We're just underappreciated. And I think it's up to people that are from Chicago to show their roots, right? You cut your teeth here. You should show your roots. Like we're national now. We're not leaving Chicago. We're doing Urban Grind TV Chicago still. You're still gonna get the Chicago flavor. And I feel like the cream of the crop, the best stuff that we get, we'll take to the next level, to the bigger thing. That's showing your roots. Where most people, they get an opportunity, right? They pack up, they move, they drive to Atlanta, they go to Los Angeles, they go over to New York, right? They go to all these places because they feel like they're gonna get their break, and like I always felt that we can do it here. Like I'm positive.